Hello, welcome back. This is a short presentation on expectations and what I expect students to come prepared with. And this is for those who are really committed to passing this exam the first time. So I've laid these out. They're in no particular order, and they will be available for you to watch after the presentation as well. Managing your distractions are very critical as you study for this exam because you're busy already. You're juggling work and family obligations and other responsibilities that you have outside of that. And the class would be just another ball that you're juggling. So it's really important to be aware that you'll have to manage other distractions as they come up and prioritize these. Be aware that life is going to happen and you will get distracted. So you're going to have to find a way to manage them as they come up and try to place the study time and the obligations for this exam in proper order. It should be really easy to follow in my footsteps. I've already done much of the work for you, and I'm asking you to just follow my lead. How I describe this is that I've already walked across the minefield, and there before you are my footsteps. So I'm all asking that you follow in those footsteps to cross the minefield successfully. That's the only sure way of getting through the class and passing on your first time. What's really critical to do is to set aside a time and a place to study. Your time is very valuable and it could get easily stolen. So try to set, and I will ask you for a set place and a set time where you're going to study, and I want you to be thinking about that time now because that's going to be your time and you're going to protect that time very carefully and guard that time because it will get stolen from you and it will get, you'll have to defend it. I would count on spending at least 1 hour per night in studying. Now this is minimum. The more time that you can devote to this, the better it is. And some time is better than no time. So if you don't find that you're getting an hour in, spend some time and use that time productively. I've heard it said that the harder you work, the luckier you get. It's really important to set aside that time on a consistent basis and to develop a habit of study. And that's active learning. Passive learning is more when you're studying the cards that we will go through in the class. They're flashcards, and they will help you to memorize articles and important tables that you reference very often. Shoot for 100% attendance. So be committed to attending every Saturday and try to be on time as well. We cover so much material that it's hard to catch up. And it's not easily replicated at home. So if you miss the time in class, it's not easily managed to get that 6 hours back at home. So try to be on time. At the beginning of the class is when I announce any important information that you need to know, because I don't want to forget it. So I tend to make important announcements at the beginning of the class, and you don't want to miss those or rely on a student to fill you in afterward. So commit to 100% attendance and being on time, and you'll notice progress faster that way. Another thing that I'll ask you to do is to record all the times that you practice at home and the scores that you achieve at home. and we will do the same in class. It's said that you can't manage what you don't measure. So it's important that we record our progress and we record the time that we spend on the practice exams and record the results and then record the testing that we practice in class as well, because you will notice progress that way. I ask everyone to communicate and to feel free in communicating with me. Ask me any questions. Tell me any struggles or concerns that you might have. You can contact me by phone or text or email. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, please write them down, bring them to class. Most of the time, if I'm not getting questions from my students, then they're not engaged enough in the material to ask questions. So if you're not asking questions, that's also a giveaway that you're not studying as much as you could be. Also, set a time, set the date following the class. Set the test date following the class. You'll be best prepared to take the exam just after the class stops. So don't procrastinate this. It's the second biggest, if not the biggest reason why people pass is that they never sign up for the exam. So our goal is to have you select a time the following month to take the exam. Also, follow through if you don't pass. This is a doable exam, and I believe it can be achieved on the first time. But if that doesn't happen, you'll need to wait 60 days and then apply to take it again. But it really doesn't matter how long it takes you. What matters is that you pass the exam. So our goal is to take and pass the exam on the first try, and I believe that's doable and that's attainable. The last thing I want you to remember is to maintain a positive attitude. Practice, practice, practice. It will give you the confidence that you need, and you will look forward to the next class if you're prepared. Every class I will do testing, so it's important that you come prepared for the next class. You want to start strong and be a team. This is going to be a team effort. So let's get started. Good luck to you. Guard and nurture your attitude, and you will be successful.